Welcome back to another episode of Excuse My Grandma. It's Kim and my co-host,
Grandma Gail.
How was your Memorial Day weekend, Grandma?
It was really the most picture-perfect weekend. I think, actually, I heard one of the weather people say this is the best Memorial weekend we've had for the last 8 years. This is the most perfect one.
Wow. I mean, it was not like beach weather yet, but I guess it was sunny and not raining.
Oh, and there wasn't a cloud in the sky until actually Monday. So it was perfect. It was perfect planting weather, perfect just walking around your property and walking on the beach weather. It was really a great weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were out in the Hamptons. Did you do anything fun?
Fun? I told you before I went to the market. That was about 4 hours
That's
of fun.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
4 hours?
Well, because I went, I got the detergents and I got some food. Then I got home. Then I realized I had missed something, so I had to go back in the market.
Like you could have been doing something fun with your day and just used Instacart.
No, Thursday I know Instacart. I get too confused with Instacart. I know it's easy. Mama showed me a million times how to work it, but I like to go in and pick my products out in actual time. So I did it. I stocked the refrigerator. I got everything ready, and then we had guests in our little house next door to us. So I had to get that house sort of ready for guests.
What do you mean guests? Like,
well, my granddaughter. Or
yeah,
not
guest.
It's a guest. I never have anybody there.
I
so I had to get the beds all set up. Everything had to be proper. I wanted to make sure. I actually did a run over to Home Goods and got new fresh towels because nobody's really slept in that little house for years. So I did that, and they were... Actually, she had a friend from Brown also there, and she was adorable. Mm-hmm. So it was fun, and had spent some time with them. What else did I do? Went out for dinner a couple of nights, had delicious dinners. No problem with that. We got into the restaurants. It's still a little early. They were busy, but we got reservations quite easily, so that was nice. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, had some lunch with my girlfriends one day and did some work with you one day a little bit. I don't know, just a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's a good weekend.
Yeah,
mine was like half very chill, staying at home because I'm still recovering from my neck surgery. And then I did go to Wolfer, the vineyard with one of my girlfriends and her friend. We did have family friends come over for a meal on Sunday night, which was nice.
Was fun.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you make?
Well, I personally made nothing, but Mom made skirt steak, which was pretty good, and like a chicken Milanese, which I didn't try, and then cake from Carvel, which
everybody tried.
Loved,
that.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, it's a nostalgic classic, and yeah,
it's a good start. It was summer.
Pretty relaxed.
Yeah,
we did a video talking about our weekend on social media, you and I, and a lot of people were saying that they love our videos together, and people always said they wish they met their grandmas, and it was very special, and to enjoy our time together, which is always nice to hear.
Right, and of course at one of the restaurants, actually, I saw two of your friends.
I figured out who it was.
Oh, all right, because you said they hadn't texted you, and I know they said they were your friends.
Okay, nobody texted me, but when I posted this video of when we were talking in the backyard about your weekend, and you told me that.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure who it was. It was at Bilbo K, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So this woman, Cara Leota, she has a workout studio in New York City, which is amazing. And I have been once or twice before. Now that my neck is better, I'm planning on going all the time. She used to also work for Fly Bar, which has closed, but that was like my favorite place ever. And she commented, by the way, the workout class is called KK Sweat. And she commented on the post and was like, I went and said hi to your grandma.
Oh, so that was probably who it
had
was.
to
So
have
the
been
mystery
her.
is solved.
Yeah.
The mystery is solved.
Yeah, and she's great. I'm not sure who she was with.
Well, she should have invited you for dinner.
Yeah, I know, Kara.
You were free.
Come on, I was free.
Yeah, come on.
So, yeah, I think we solved the mystery.
We solved that mystery. Good.
Yeah. Do you have any headlines for this week?
Well, this week, really, the headlines are still, they still are fooling around with the debt ceiling budget. So hopefully that'll get all done and we won't have to worry about that next week, that my Medicare charges will go through and then we'll get our Social Security. Everybody over 65 is like in a dither. But anyway, no, there's really not much. There's stuff going on in the Ukraine and in Russia. That's still a mess. So we're hoping that a lot of this can get resolved in the next month or so. I mean, we're getting more weary. And I'm sort of looking forward to having a peaceful summer. And I wish everybody would get on the same page and start making peace with one another. Because this is too much devastation in Europe that's going on. And over land that really shouldn't be invaded upon. It should be, left to the people. And really, everybody should have their own autonomy. They really shouldn't be no bullies. We're tired of bullies. Bullies in school, bullies in politics, bullies in countries. We got to stop this and be a little more civil. So no, that's about it for my headlines.
Okay.
I think everything's sort of quiet this week, hopefully.
So let's talk about our dating topic of the week. I want to talk about dating in the summer, and then also give some spots that I've either liked or disliked on previous dates. I guess in general, first, summer dating I always find to be like more busy, and I don't know if it's people are in a better mood and
I think they're ready to party.
More. Yeah,
they're ready to party. They're ready to, take off the coats and put on the tank tops and the t-shirts and have a good time.
Maybe there's more parties going on and people are going out more, so they're like meeting more people.
Could be.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's always like more going on and more dating. So
well, I think it's concentrated dating too, because don't forget, people sometimes your age all rent houses together or have a house out there, so they're there. Where in the city, everybody is in a different location all over the place, and so this is an easier place where you tend to go to a surf club, or you go to a bar that everybody knows, or you go to Stephen Talk House for listening to music. Yeah. So they're not that many areas, like if you
also
were in
it's
the
surf
New York
lodge, not surf club.
Oh, surf lodge. Okay, excuse me. Yeah.
I think in the city too, though, people are dating more in the summer.
All right. Okay. Well, maybe they're just happier. They got rid of the winter blues and they're all ready to enjoy themselves.
Or people want, like, I don't know if summer flings are like a thing anymore, but the idea of like having a summer romance is more enticing than like going out in the middle of the winter and like finding somebody.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. That I can't. That I can attest to.
So we're gonna do some videos of this on social media, but I guess podcast listeners, you're getting a sneak peek to this. I'm going to recap with Grandma some of the places I've gone on dates to, both in the city, in the Hamptons, wherever, and whether I like them or not. So we can start with some now to give people some inspiration.
Okay.
Do you want to do city places, Hamptons places?
Well, let's do city first.
Okay.
Because we're still in the city. It's just beginning June. It's really June. We haven't hit July 4th yet. So let's do some city places that you might like.
Let me talk about my process first. I thought of every date that I've gone on in the last year, which we know is a lot, and then went back and figured out where I went on all of them, wrote them all down.
Okay.
So now I can really, fresh in my mind, remember how I felt about that place.
Okay. Sounds good. We've eliminated the person. We're just talking about the place.
We're just talking about
all
of the people
venues.
I went out with on any of these places are no longer in my life. They're just places that I went to. Okay, they really all vary. So I guess
let's do your favorite one first.
There's this place called Rain's Law Room, which is very close to my apartment, which is why I think I like it because it's convenient. But it's actually there's two of them. There's one in Nomad and then there's one in Tribeca, I think. And it is kind of like a speakeasy, except it's not a secret. Like you can make a reservation on Resi, I think. But it has that atmosphere of like you walk downstairs and it's all loungy. They do have a live band that kind of goes on and off, and it's all really interesting cocktails, like using ingredients that aren't typical. And that's
food also, or no, just drinks.
Drinks. And I think I've probably gone on the most dates there, because usually when I say to a guy where I live and they want to make it convenient for me, that's really the only spot kind of near me with that atmosphere. So I've gone on a lot of dates at that place,
nice.
and I don't mind at all, because the last one I went on there, I sat too close to the band, so I couldn't hear.
Oh, well, that's
so
not
that's
good.
hard on a first or second
Yes.
or any date, really, not to be able to hear the person.
Yeah.
So that's my only criticism.
Sitting in the front is only for people who are going together for a long time, who don't really have anything to say to each other.
Yeah, I guess so. And it's not a huge room, but what I like also, I think I only sat on one of these once, but they have, I don't know if I would call them booths, but they're almost like little L-shaped couch booths. So you're like sitting next to the person versus across from them.
Is that easy to do when you're
It's a
on
little
date?
awkward on a first date,
Right.
but I think
Okay.
it's kind of nice what like
Well, I
creates
think that's
that.
geared up for listening to music. Do you dance there also?
No.
No dancing.
No
Okay.
dancing. It's more just, I feel like you can get close to somebody, which is nice
Okay.
to have that. I'll do one more.
Anything with an outdoor terrace? Because this time of the year, it's so nice to have a drink outside. I would personally have drinks on the roof of your building all the time. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, but I don't think other people can go on a date there. I think that's
true.
That's probably just me. I'm trying to think what has outside. I guess, most of these places now that I'm looking really are inside.
Oh, you see, I think you need more outside places.
Yeah.
Just cute little cafes in your area. You're going to have to reconnoiter this whole thing and looking for little outside spots.
Yeah.
You might have to go into the West Village for those little tiny places.
Yeah,
that
most
sit
of my
on the
dates
street.
are downtown. I guess I did go on one date at Chouquette, which is a restaurant in West Chelsea. That's Israeli or Mediterranean or something. It's very good food, and they have a little bit of an outside
Well, that's
area. But
That's a good suggestion.
That's a dinner place for sure. So that's for people who want, and it's a little bit you don't have to go on a date there. It's it's a hard reservation to get. So I would just recommend that
go.
place in
Just
general.
go.
Yeah.
You like it.
Those are my two for today.
All right.
Okay. In the Hamptons,
Everything is outdoors.
That's there's only 10 places to go in the Hamptons in general. So I've
Right.
really gone on dates at all of them. I would say my favorite thing probably to do would be to do a beach picnic or something and do a date like that.
But then you have to wait for the warmer weather. You could not have done a picnic this weekend. It was really, really cold on the beach.
No, probably not. Okay, so I would say
Driving out to Montauk, I'm sure, and spending a day and having lunch out there.
I think
or
it's too
even-
hard to get a lunch place. I don't know the lunch places out there, but
okay.
you can't really go on a date at Durry's or something because you're going to be waiting around and
so
not
that's not fun.
Although now I remember actually I did do one where we drove to Montauk and we got lobster rolls to go.
That's fun. And
at
but
Durry's.
where do you sit?
Where did we sit?
I mean, that's the problem. Just can you go?
Oh, you know what was annoying? I think we took them I know exactly what we did. We took them back in the car back to his house, which I think was in South.
Oh, see, that's no good.
Yeah, so I don't recommend that.
That loses the thing. Now we go, which is not a date place, but I love to get the lobster rolls and things and steamers in Neapog.
Yeah.
But those are not really for dates.
Yeah.
That's just for lunch.
I guess Almond and Bridgehampton, they have outdoor
Or Pierre's.
and indoor or Pierre's. I've done to both. Pierre's though, I wouldn't recommend necessarily for a drink. That's
No, you
more,
have to have more of a
dinner, and that is expensive.
Or breakfast or lunch. They have all those.
Yeah.
They do have lunch.
Yeah. So yeah, I've done that. I've done Bobby Van's outside.
And now
but again,
St.
these are
Ambrose
all dinner.
now has outdoor where you can sit outside.
Okay.
You know what? If you're in the Hamptons, unfortunately, everything is very expensive.
Yeah.
So you just have to realize that. Save up during the week. Don't go out during the week and save it all up for the weekends.
Yeah, I've also done a date at the Southampton mini golf range.
Oh, that's fun, Kim.
Which is cute, and that won't really break the bank. And then also at Poxabog, which is hitting golf balls as well.
And they have a delicious place for lunch.
That's like a diner, yeah.
They have a diner there are lines to get in there for breakfast and lunch. The guy
Also,
has a gold mine.
Where I went for a drink once, so there's this place called Topping Rose, which is a
Oh, that's
Jean-Georges
beautiful.
restaurant, which is so pretty. But they also have a courtyard in the back, and you can just go for a drink.
Oh, that's a pretty setting.
That's easy to do as well.
And there are lots of cute places in Sag Harbor. You just go and walk around, and you can sit down and have.
That's a
have
little
light
hard
bite.
though, because again, like I've tried that before, and you
can't
just walk
no,
in.
Tuto, you can't go to a lot of these places.
It's so
very,
busy.
Very hard, especially for dinner. For lunch, you can somehow get in.
Yeah, but no one's really doing like a lunch
Well,
date.
that's true. All
So
right.
there, even if you just want to drink, like you're going to end up waiting, and then it's kind of awkward.
I think we're back to
if
your
you don't
beach
know
lunch.
the person. Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, the original plan of like picking up food and going
bringing
to
it
the
back
beach.
it's getting much better. You're absolutely right.
So those are the main places really to go, I think.
And what's fun about the Hamptons is, like you say, you can pick up lunch anywhere and then just take it and sit on a bench in the
Cinderella.
on the beach. Yeah, any of them. They all are. There are some wonderful, even smaller little markets, and they all make delicious little dishes, and you take them and you eat them outside. It's really fun.
Okay, let's go over some listener questions from Instagram for an Ask Grandma Anything. What are your top 3 classic films?
My top 3 classic films, well, they all go back to the 50s, I guess, because that was when I really was going out and dating, and before that I really loved going to movies. I would say Suddenly Last Summer, Picnic with Kim Novak was probably one of my favorites. Splendor in the Grass with William Holden. They were true love stories. I probably, if I watched them today, would think they were very dated, but at the time I thought they were so spectacular.
Yeah.
And
they're dated, but it's also fun to go back.
Yeah, and see the
and
stars.
be in that.
And also anything that Audrey Hepburn was in. Sabrina was one of my favorites with Humphrey Bogart. I mean, it was truly, truly one of my favorites, and she was my favorite actress of all time.
Okay, I'm more of a Marilyn person than a Audrey person, so I would probably say like Some Like It Hot.
Gentlemen Prefer Blondes.
Yeah, those two.
She was great.
And Singing in the Rain is my number one.
Donald
Gene Kelly.
O'Connor and Gene Kelly.
Another Donald O'Connor. I love Melvin with Debbie Reynolds. Those are my top.
Well, they were always together. They were great singers, great dancers, and they were fun. It was just fun. Looking at a big screen, vicariously thinking that you were going to do all the things they were doing, and you never would. But it was entertainment at its best.
How about, what is your favorite food and movie at the moment?
Oh, okay. Well, my favorite food is always Italian. I love that. And I have to honestly say I haven't been to the movies since, in a long, long time, since 2020. But I do watch everything on Netflix. And I'm busy watching, actually I'm on Amazon right now. I'm watching Succession. And
I just finished.
You just finished, and I watched Air Jordan, the Air movie about Michael Jordan, which I thought was very good. We have such a fabulous thing now with all the streaming channels and all the things that we can see at home. I just don't care about going to the movie theaters. I feel badly about it because I used to love the experience of getting candy and popcorn.
I'm doing that tonight.
Oh, what are you going to say?
Little Mermaid.
Oh, tonight.
Yes.
Very.
And I cannot wait for the popcorn.
She went to see it herself. I saw her being. She took a selfie, or what do you call it? Video.
But
of
she's
herself.
probably singing it a million times.
No, she wanted to see what the audience how they
okay.
reacted to the movie.
Interesting. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, by the way, that the revenues on that movie were 5 times what any other movie was for this weekend. I think it was over
that makes
100.
sense. I thought you were going to say other Disney
over
movies.
$100 million in revenue came in from that one movie. So that's spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's Disney. Like,
Well,
people.
no, but it's Disney, and it's fun Disney, and and all kids and all ages can enjoy watching it and listening to the music.
Definitely. And it's much longer than the animated version and has some new songs.
Which people like.
So we'll see how that is. I haven't liked any Disney remakes that have new songs. Like, I always like the original songs better. I never like the additions that they make to it. I'm a purist. Okay, so some dating ones. Strategies to attract a right person.
I don't know if you have any strategy, except that if you see somebody that looks and acts nicely, and reacts to things the same way you do, make a plan. Make a plan with him or her and see if anything evolves. I mean, you can't tell, really. You have to make an effort. I don't believe it's love at first sight. Maybe sometimes it happens. It's very rare. I think people have to make a plan. If you really like somebody, go after it. And if the person is responsive, then work and keep doing it until you become an item.
How do you figure out if a guy is a really nice guy who won't ever cheat, asking for my daughter?
Well, that's very hard, and I know that this happens in life, and it's a very sad situation. I don't think you should even think about that kind of thing when you have a relationship, unless you've heard
that
from
they
other
have
people
a history
has
of
a history
cheating.
of that. But hopefully your daughter is young, and he's young, and hopefully they don't have that kind of history. It's heartbreaking when it does happen.
Yeah, I don't know why with any of my serious relationships I've never been worried about them cheating.
No, I think
Like, I've
that's
never
really
had that
only
fear.
happens when either you're married or you're a long-term relationship, and then when it happens, it's just
I feel
ruins
like it happens with a lot of young people who are too immature to break up before moving on,
Well,
and then they make
that
those
could be.
mistakes.
That could be.
I feel like I've had friends who say oh, should I go out with this guy? I've heard that they cheated on their last girlfriend.
If somebody cheated on their last girlfriend, and you really know that for a fact, I would stay. I wouldn't
Well,
try
they
to
say
have
once a cheater, always a cheater,
exactly.
but I don't know if that's true.
No, I think that is true.
White pants, yay or nay?
Oh, absolutely. White pants are, first of all, you can wear white in the winter. Winter white is very big all the time. Just depends on the fabric. And certainly it's May 30. It's the beginning of June. White pants are out. It's Memorial Day. White pants, white shoes, anything goes.
We'll answer the rest of them another time. And thanks, everybody, for listening.
And
Follow
have
us
a good
on
weekend in June and tell us if you're doing anything wonderful. We want to hear what you're doing.
Yes, let us know on social media. We're Excuse My Grandma, and we will see you next week.